Happy and blessed day, dear friends. Today is a Tuesday, November 6, 2025. The verse from the liturgy that struck me is from the Gospel of Luke 51:10. Which of you having 100 sheep, if he loses one of them, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after the lost one until he finds it? When he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders, goes calm, calls together with his friends and neighbors, and says to them, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost." I tell you, in the same way there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous person who need no repentance. Sorry, dear friends, but today will be a longer podcast, because when we are faced with God's gratuitous love, there is a constant need to delve deeper into the subject. True love is gratuitous, selfless, bold in giving and receiving it. May you imitate beyond Jesus. How many people give you their love immeasurably without asking for anything in return, and may you reciprocate not out of obligation but to spread this gratuitous love becoming infinite. God's love, when selfless and passionate like the burning fire that Jesus teaches us, inflaming our hearts with gratitude, is appreciative, super altruistic, selflessness, you name it. It can be given in every possible way because it exists in God's eternity, and therefore the desire is to sow it cannot in the slightest Jesus. A truly genuine, pure, and absolutely unmistakable love. For example, your best friend or any friend who becomes your friend for free, showering you with every act of gratuitous love, and to whom you don't know how to reciprocate because they do it freely, should instead take you by surprise and make you want to love them 1,000, 100 times more, giving them 100-fold of what you have received, as well as to others, because those who love in this way truly never accept anything, as the Lord teaches and does, and as unfortunately very often they do not receive in the same way. And let's face it, they receive only the bare necessity of life, of your life, since in their regard nothing can hold a candle to them, but at least they try with all their strength, with all their mind, with all their soul for the rest of their natural life. This doesn't mean it's right to forget either God or your friend. The teaching of a gratuitous love is addressed to you right now. Whether you are the friend who does little, the bare minimum, or nothing at all, to thank God, or that good friend of yours, return the gift of love. God's love needs to circulate and be shared. It must be genuine, where we give more than the other can expect and do that extra bit that always seems insufficient to us. Take, for example, an extraordinary young son like Saint Pierre, George Frassati, who chose to live his vocation to holiness in the lay state because this lifestyle allowed him to share firsthand the world of workers and the poor through personal social action. If he had been that good friend Would you have supported him in his struggles, sharing his stories, spontaneously helping him make his cause known? Perhaps now you might say yes. But look at your present. Are there any friends who do this? Do you support them? Now, let's take social media for example, where I remember seeing Carlo Acutis evangelizing. If you know that your friend with the selfless love you just so much like to imitate and to try and to thank uses the media to evangelize, even if it were for work or and posting on social media. You could share everything he does everywhere, preach his work, raise awareness, write reviews, support him, comment on him. In short, help him simply because you truly love him. His selfless love, you must never wonder whether it will be useful or not to love, because in reality, love is never waste, nor does it end. And do you know what is most useful for you, and do you know why? It simply helps you unleash love within yourself, to let it grow immeasurably, shifting your focus from yourself to others generously, and feeling completely satisfied with having loved with all your strength. Would you have done it for St. Carlo Acutis? Then ask yourself, if you do it with others at full speed, even strangers, and that's obviously fine, but not with that good friend of yours, ask your heart, am I a good friend to him? Do I know how to love freely? Do I know how to love God truly, freely? Do I know how to love that friend of mine freely? The problem isn't that you don't give it to that good, sincere, and truly loving friend of yours, who doesn't even expect it, but rather your desire to do only what's strictly necessary to love him, and avoid even what would be right to do spontaneously out of love. Now, just to give a small example, given that social media is a platform used by so many people, God's love creates. If you don't create, if you don't die to dies, he remains alone. But if he dies, he produces much fruit, and there will be joy in heaven over one sinner who repents. God bless you greatly. See you soon.